Well, good afternoon, conference. Fáilte Gúin ar níos. You're welcome indeed. This motion is one of the most important, I believe, that Alba will ever consider, as it gets at the heart of what we want our new Scotland to be. A country that reverses the trend of centuries of oppression by the rich and the powerful, be they from London or Edinburgh or just up the road. Not only are the Scottish Government's proposals for highly protected marine areas poorly researched and unsoundly based, risking the livelihood of thousands of families in fragile coastal communities, but they display an ignorance of the reality of life in our rural, remote and fragile communities. I'm from Lossie, just along the coast, a Lossie loon for a fishing town. A town that lived and thrived on fishing, but which is now harbour which is now full of yachts, a harbour gentrified beyond recognition since my youth in the 50s. The fishing was destroyed by an inflexible and bureaucratic EU common fishing policy, which paid no heed to local communities and their needs. And that is exactly what this ill-thought-out HPMA proposal will do to what is left of our fishing communities, particularly on the west coast. I also lived in the Western Isles for 10 years and had the pleasure of campaigning with Donald Stewart, the first SNP MP elected in a general election. In 1970, Donald would be horrified that the party which he gave his life to is proposing such a disastrous legislation which will destroy the livelihoods of so many in the islands, which gave the SNP their first general election victory all those years ago. But HPMAs will not only destroy what is left of our fishing, they will also ban, as I understand it, all other human activity in the designated areas. Oil no more, gas no more, fish farms no more, wind power no more, wave power no more, tidal power no more, fish farming, etc., swimming no more, seaweed no more, people no more. And what about the subsea cables? They're building wind turbine farms in the Western Isles. How are we going to get the electricity from the Western Isles to the north of Scotland, if that's what we want to do? Will they be banned as well, human activity, no subsea cables, or will they be given an exemption because they're going to run down to the south of England to feed them down there? I wonder. It is, as the Maasai in Kenya would say, the colonialist model of human-free conservation, where people are seen as obstacles to conservation rather than critical allies with centuries of knowledge. These harebrained HPMA proposals are also lacking in the slightest ounce of political sense. They're a gift to those who want to keep Scotland under their thumb. They're a gift to Sunak and the Tories, to Starmer and Labour, and their lackeys in Scotland. They display a city centre myopic view of Scotland which doesn't reach past the end of the wine bar, known so well to the revolutionaries of Fergus Ewing's acquaintance in the Green Party. To finish, I can think of no better way than to quote the words of the song by fisherman Donald Francis McNeill in Skipponish. It's called The Clearances Again. My song marks a fight for survival. A Mayday call we cry. We will stand for the rights of our children. We will not let our islands die.